Ready? Good.
Oh.
More?
Yep. Got fuel.
Yep, got fuel. Got a little bit of the crusties out of the lines from 1972.
Some of that dirt was already in there. Don't worry about that.
Some of the dirt was already in there, but it smells kind of like good gas, kind of like old gas. So
hit it and see if it'll prime. Check for leaks throughout the system.
good.
Return going over the regulator. I assume that's what that noise was.
Probably.
Okay.
I never really been able to do it.
That'll work. Check for leaks and see if we got any. Shouldn't. Spark plugs are in.
Pool table. We're gonna times it by 1.02. Times.
Perfect.
Sure. It's got a little added airflow. Need to go to
And that
torque management.
all of it on.
Right. Obese. So we got another day. System maybe.
That's none. Don't need that crap.
Alright. GMT 800.
Yep, looks right.
Alright.
Make sure you turn the AC on.
Right.
It's gonna get hot in there. 98. We gotta turn that shit off. 198.
Trans, better put in here at the manual. I guess you can't do that.
Don't worry about the trans, Mr. ECU. Alright. We got battery done. We got all the spark plugs in. Wires on. Tune is flashed. The only oil line loose is this one. See if we got oil pressure up to the turbos. Fuel lines are done and primed. Guess we're gonna send it. So, first start attempt, number 1. There's nothing. Is it in gear still?
No, it's not even in the hole. Ready?
pressure to the turbos.
That was literally the easiest startup ever. Barely fucking started.
Well, I think we're gonna tighten this down and maybe let it run for a little bit longer. Maybe
still don't have coolant in it, but we can put coolant in it.
Rev it once maybe. We don't really need to put coolant in it yet, I don't think.
We gotta
until we
figure out
make
our
sure.
gauges, right?
Yeah, but at least hear it a little more. That was cool.
That was awesome. It's actually quieter than I thought
That
it was
was
gonna
like
be too.
Half a second of cranking, and here it is.
Wow. These
See, these
turbo
are mufflers.
Yeah, these turbo mufflers here are wild.
The Flowmaster ones give you like 5 horse. These will give you a lot more than that. Hell yeah.
It's still on. I had more problems with my extended cab. I tried for over a month to get that son of a gun to start, and it didn't start. I tried for over a month, and I bought an expensive harness. I tried tuning it myself. I talked to a lot of people. Nothing ever starts that easy. Dad's S10 was probably about as easy as this, but other than that, my single cab when I did it,
Less than 2 seconds?
Literally.
Guaranteed.
it barely popped over, and I didn't even adjust any of the injectors, so it still thinks it's got 24-pound injectors in it, and it definitely doesn't have that, as you can. Yeah, a little rich in here, but I don't even have an O2 sensor hooked up. I didn't even think we were gonna have enough freaking pipe to put an O2 sensor in, so I didn't even talk about it. I am flabbergasted right now with how easy this thing started.
Fuel leaks.
Yeah, knock on some wood. There's no leaks. The Z01 pump's working off of a switch and some Google search. I mean, I'm impressed. The only, like he said, the only leak we technically have is when we didn't tighten the line because we want to know if it had oil pressure, because we don't have an oil pressure gauge.
It's not leaking now.
Yeah, it's not leaking now because I already sprayed it and cleaned it, but
really the only things left, we got to get our tubing figured out for the blow-off valve, wastegates, turbo. That'll be easy.
vacuum lines, stuff like that.
And then we might have to pull the trans for a clutch master or a slave cylinder. We're not too sure yet. We're hoping at the most that's all it is, but we don't know yet. But other than that, the important stuff is working very well. So.
Yeah, me and Dad tried bleeding the slave the other night, and it seemed to bleed out, but it never once really got any pedal to it, and then we let it sit overnight. And I also didn't clean up very well or spray it down, but it leaked out some of the fluid, and we have never once gained pressure, which that slave cylinder's been sitting in my garage for 2 years, and probably the other guys for just as long. But I already went to the parts store and bought a slave cylinder. It shouldn't be that hard. Push come to shove, I've got a lead on a Turbo 400 that we could probably slap in and still make it down there. I hope that's the case, and we did a check on here. We have some numbers and stuff. The RPM got up to almost 2,000 RPM when it finally caught up to itself. Nothing real major.
Got through that heavy load spot.
Right. I can go back and watch it a little bit, which I probably not, but honestly need to change the injectors so it knows that it's getting double the fuel that it is. So basically once they do that, it should idle and run-ish okay, but of course not under any boost. But right now we're not going to be getting any boost, so
sounds great.
Yeah. It honestly was a lot quieter than I thought, and it sounds kind of aggressive. So I'm sure it'll smooth out a little bit, but it sounds pretty damn cool. So
yeah. So this will probably be kind of a short video. I'm not too sure what we got right now, but it runs. So
runs.
Very, very cool.
Oil pressure, fuel pressure.
Yeah, I mean, unless we have coolant leaks, but I highly doubt that. I mean, we'll put the clamp on here.
Right.
But other than that, I think we should be good. I mean, that was pretty awesome, not gonna lie. So, like I said, first time we've done anything like this, and so far so good. So, if you guys want to do something like this, just do it. Just.
I wouldn't say it's easy, but I wouldn't say it's hard. I mean, if
no,
you got determination and motivation, you'll be out here and it'll be done.
Yeah, we will have more turbo builds in the future for sure.
Definitely.
So, and with that, I'm gonna drop another video probably after this one regarding some turbo stuff. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty sweet at LS Fest. Not gonna lie.
Even if it goes down there and it just does what we just did.
Yeah. Whatever. If it drives on the trailer and off the trailer, people look at it, see the sticker, see all this perfect fab work that's all covered up.
Looks pretty good.
It does.
I thought it was gonna look a lot more ratty than this.
His dad started taping off and sanding some stuff down. I think Brennan might be painting the wheels a little darker, maybe, if we get to that point.
Probably like those.
It's kind of a, you know, if it gets there, it gets there. If it don't, whatever. We do have an idea for the top. We're gonna have white down here. This will be black, but we're not gonna give that out yet because I think it's gonna turn out pretty awesome as well, and that's gonna be something very different, and I guarantee we're gonna be the only one at LS Fest with the top that we're gonna put on this, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I think Brennan's gonna smooth some stuff out. I gotta get going again, but that's where we're at. I'm gonna get home, edit this video. We just dropped one today, so if you've seen episode 8, that is right before this. So we're gonna drop another one hopefully in a day or two, and then after that we're gonna be at LS Fest. So we got pretty much all next week off, both of us. He's gonna go down a day earlier, and then we're gonna go down. We'll probably kind of hang out, do some stuff before LS Fest.
Nashville, baby.
Yeah, Nashville. And then
I got tuning class Wednesday and Thursday, so that might be what happens here to get this thing tuned to do burnout.
Yeah, we might tune it up a little more, and we got 2 days or so of nighttime that we can be out in the hotel parking lot painting or working on it or whatever we need to do, kind of roadkill style if we need to. Yeah. So
like I said, worst comes to worst, I'm going to pick up a Turbo 400 tonight on the cheap. It's got a trans brake. It's built for 1200 horse. Worst comes to worst, we're putting a Turbo 400 in this thing in the parking lot just to try to do a burnout.
We do have seats to put in it too, so we'll have to at least throw them in here. We don't have to bolt them in, but we gotta get them at least set in here so they go with us.
And we gotta find a steering wheel bolt because right now we're running it real fancy like with a quick disconnect.
So yeah, if you've seen the video of us pulling it out with the tractor, it did not have a nut on it. I didn't know that.
And he was wrenching on that wheel.
apparently I did not pull, so that's good. But yeah, there it is, guys. It's running awesome so far, and we couldn't be happier with it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this a lot, and hopefully we see a bunch of you guys at LS Fest. I put it in this last video. I don't know how many of you guys watched until the end, like the very, very, very end. But the remaining koozies that I have for No Limit, we're going to be giving away at LS Fest because why not? So if you see us out there, come grab a koozie. We're going to give them away until they're gone. So that'll be cool. Come see us, come say hi. That'll be super sweet. It'll be our first event that we've been to with a car and
together
with a page pretty much. So hopefully somebody recognizes us. That'd be sweet. Super cool. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you very, very soon, and we'll be headed to LS Fest.